What's good, everybody? Welcome back to Lightworks Gaming. It's good to be back in 2022. I hope everybody has had a good New Year so far. So far for me, it's been okay for me thus far. Made some improvements, some changes. As you can see, I have a mic stand finally. Like an official mic stand. I had the stand that came with my mic, but it was like a desk stand, so it wasn't all that. So I got a stand now, and I'm able to have my mic like right in front of me. I found out that's kind of where you want your mic, so it sounds better, so the quality is better. And then I have I can't remember what it's called, but the thing that goes in front of the mic, so it looks a little more professional. And then I had to change my recording software. I was using the Logitech software and found out that the lag that it has, that I've been dealing with, I guess other people have been dealing with it as well. So it wasn't just me like I thought it was. So I switched over and I'm using something else now. I'm gonna see how that works out. Hopefully it works out. But anywho, as you can see, we are back with what remains of Edith Finch. And you might be wondering, what took so long to finish this game? Or to, what happened? So I finished the game. This video is going to be the last video for this game, but this will be the second time that I attempt this, because the first time, it's been so long, I don't really remember what it was. It was either, I think it was the recording of the gameplay. It wasn't, I don't think it was an issue with, actually it could have been. It was between recording myself or recording the gameplay. There was an issue and I couldn't it was such a bad issue that I couldn't upload it. So I was stuck. I didn't know what to do. And I could have recorded it again, but I didn't want my reaction to the game to be, fake. So I just decided, well, that's as far as this is gonna go. Oops. I decided that was as far as it was gonna go. I didn't want to do a fake reaction. I don't like that kind of stuff, and I wanted it to be authentic. So at first I said, well, we'll just cut it at 3 videos. It's just gonna be an incomplete gameplay. And then after a while I said, well, if I wait long enough, maybe I'll forget some of the stuff that happens and it'll be more of a real reaction. So part of that is true. I have kind of forgotten. And what I also had to do was, I figured it would be, since the game saves as I play it, I figured I'd be able to start where I left off, but it didn't work because I finished the game. And it doesn't have like chapters that you can start from or checkpoints or anything. I started the game, it starts right at the beginning. So I've been playing through this game all this time up to this point. And this is where I left off in the last video. So, to be honest, each one of these stories still hits. Like, it's not something I thought I was just gonna breeze through it and get up to this point. No, every death, every story has had an impact again. And so now I'm up to this point and I'm just like, oh my gosh, playing through it all in one go. Oh, it was not fun. Not fun. So we are back. And I know how it's going to end. I just don't remember everything that leads up to the end. But without further ado, here we go. The first video of 2022 is me refinishing Edith Finch. Okay, I don't even know what to say. So we just gonna keep going. And if I remember correctly, oh, I guess this is the home school. I don't know. Edith Lewis, yeah. I guess this is how Edith and her siblings learned.
The beginning of the end was Milton's 10th birthday, when Edie gave him a castle.
I don't understand how a person would keep building on top of a house like this. I would not trust this.
After Milton disappeared, the only thing he left behind was a room full of paintings.
So wait, how old was he when he disappeared? He was... Oh, okay. I'm believing that he was born in 92. That's what that year represents. And not when he disappeared.
I think Edie was happy to finally have another painter in the family.
Oh, this dude was dope. Wow. Milton had skills. See, come on, all this stuff. You would think this family lived life to the fullest with the way this house is built and all this stuff. Like, in order to get to Edith's mom's room, she had to climb up a rock climbing wall. Okay.
Milton Finch in The Magic Paintbrush.
Really?
I was 4 when Milton disappeared.
Okay, so I guess we're going back down.
Mom spent months searching for my brother. Then she sealed the doors.
That's crazy. Like, you don't even know what happened to him.
Whatever Milton had found in the house, Mom didn't want it getting out.
What?
Mom definitely blamed Edie, but I think Lewis blamed himself. After he graduated, he just spent more and more time in his room, until Mom got him a job at the cannery.
Oh, can't go that way. See, come on now. Like, this house, all this stuff right here screams like thrill seekers. We're not afraid of death. Like, man, that's crazy.
Lewis's room smelled very, very familiar. That part of him lived on.
Wait. I wasn't leaving. Go back in there. I'll tell you one thing. These new headphones, they are so fire. I can hear so much more. Finch.
Dear Mrs. Finch, as Lewis's psychiatrist, I can understand your desire for an explanation. As I see it, the trouble began in January, shortly after we convinced your son to seek treatment for substance abuse. Newly sober, I believe Lewis first noticed the monotony of his daily life.
Oh.
He kept working at the cannery, but he withdrew part of himself. In our sessions, I saw the same behavior. His mind began to wander.
Oh. My bad.
I asked him to describe it. He said he started small,
Oh, this is crazy.
imagining a labyrinth. He'd feel his way about. Then something moved. Bats. And toads.
Not gonna lie, I've had similar
And things that
experiences.
have not names. He
I
knew
don't
it
think
was
it's
all in his head. But he took it very seriously. I had hoped he'd find himself. But he found something more.
Oh, he's doing a whole lot more.
I worried about him then,
Yeah.
daydreaming at the cannery.
Yes,
I
now.
spoke with his boss. But he said Lewis had become a model employee. Methodical, tireless, focused. Like a whole new Lewis. So I let him go on.
I can understand daydreaming. Because I've done that
I even encouraged him.
before. But not on no job like
It
this.
seemed very promising at first. He told me he'd made a new friend.
This is a whole another level of daydreaming.
On the edge of a city he named Lewis Topia.
I can't even I can't even focus.
He built the city up slowly, brick by brick.
Are you kidding me?
Then he made musicians. And songs for them to play. He talked about starting a band. And he was always humming something. Every day his imagination grew stronger.
Yep, go.
He no longer spoke at the cannery,
Oh, okay, see, now he just gone.
but his chopping was as reliable as ever. Then one day it struck him that all the cheering crowds, even the stones under his feet, were all in his imagination. So he could do whatever he wished.
Hold on.
He held an election for mayor. And he won. They begged him to stay, but his mind was already wandering. It became a game for him.
Yo, this is way. Oh my gosh. Okay, so, like I said, this is one of those things I kind of forgot.
He'd conquer a city, then immediately push on. New Louisville.
This dude is like the
St. Louis.
Super Saiyan of daydreaming.
He started drifting away from our reality. Minneapolis. Until one day he forgot to go home from the cannery.
Minneapolis.
Even as his mother pleaded with him, part of Lewis kept sailing on.
If somebody is like that, hey, there's no more asking. You got to physically move this person. If their mind is that gone.
In Lewisburg, he heard rumors of a
Wait.
handsome queen.
A handsome queen.
The queen was on her own quest for
Radiant rainbows or a sinister serpent.
radiant rainbows.
You're on a quest for radiant rainbows. Oh, my bad.
He followed the sound of her
I don't know what I did with that fish. Okay.
electric sitar.
Oh my gosh.
His chase led him to a golden palace east of the sun and west of the moon. Even then, his logic remained sound.
Yo, it's the whole screen now. I can't even see the...
He knew the world was all in his imagination.
Oh my gosh.
but he was so proud of having created it. In his own eyes, he'd become something greater than a king. For someone who'd never known success in the real world, I think it was overwhelming. And then it struck him that the real Lewis was not the one chopping salmon, but the one climbing the steps of a golden palace. My imagination is as real as my body, he told me. It was hard to argue with him.
The door is really golden. Yeah. Look at all this blood.
Began to forget the world we know. I think it pained him to remember Lewis, the cannery worker.
Oh. From the fish. Okay. I was hoping that's what that was.
He began to despise the man with a royal contempt.
Oh, this is him. Oh, wait, so he still got the robe and stuff. Okay. He's not even doing anything. Okay.
I still thought I could save him. Even after he said he was being crowned king over all the lands of wonder. The palace would be packed with his companions.
From his imagination.
Including the wise Calico who had insisted on advising him. His queen waited, holding his crown. There was only one thing left to do. Bend down his head. I think you know. Mrs. Finch, your son was a kind man who will be missed by all of us who knew him.
My brother was really cool. I wish you could have met him.
Goodness. They should just let him keep smoking. I hate to say it, but that's the thing, like, and I don't think I've ever been on a job that was that boring, I guess. That
On the way
repetitive.
back from Lewis's funeral, my mom told me to start packing. She waited until the day before we left to tell Edie.
Wow. Okay, but I just want to say, I've worked some jobs that were kind of, like I worked at a call center. I hate call centers. But a job like that is that simple, that to where you're just doing that, just this motion all day like that, there's no way. There's
I'm
no
not
way
sure
I
if
could
she
do
wanted
that.
to make it easier or harder. I wish we'd stayed. But I understand why we left. My mom ended up leaving everything behind.
Why though? Who's that? Sanjay.
What happened that night had been coming for a long time. Maybe it should have come sooner.
So you look at that, we're just going up.
But it had
and
to
up.
end one way or another. All that's left now is to tell you about that last night. That whole last day, Edie just watched us pack and didn't say a word. Until supper, when she raised her glass and said,
To our final night together, and all our final nights apart.
Grandma, you know what I said about alcohol. Some of your medications are very
Edith,
specific.
I left a present for you in the hallway. Why don't you go open it? The grown-ups have to argue now.
I'm sorry, you're right. We're all leaving tomorrow. Let's just enjoy our last...
I'm not leaving.
Edith, you're excused.
So she wanted everybody to leave. They were the last three, I guess. I would not want to stay there. I wouldn't want to. Nope.
the power had been shut off that morning, but Edie always had plenty of candles. When my mom sealed the library, I don't think she knew about the other entrance. Or that Edie had a key to it.
That thing you're afraid of isn't going to end when you leave the house. Edith has a right to know these stories.
My children are dead because of your stories. I think it's best if Edith and I leave tonight. We'll have the nursing home send a van for you in the morning. Okay?
History of the Finches by Edith Finch.
Dear Edith, There's so many stories I wish I could tell you, but there's only time for one. This is about what happened on the night you were born. That night, the tide went way, way out. It was the first and last time I ever saw the old house aground. There'd been an earthquake out in the middle of the ocean. They called it the lowest tide in 1,000 years. God, it smelled awful. You know, I've seen that house every day of my life. But I never thought I'd go back to it. When the fog rolled in, I lost my way.
We really out here walking in this, yeah.
I got turned around.
Well, this isn't good. I cannot see anything.
For a while, I wondered.
Just gonna follow the words, I
I
guess.
started seeing things. Things I'd forgotten had ever existed.
I don't see that. Oh, there it is. Oh my goodness.
But when I saw them, they felt like old friends. That night, a lot of things came back to me. Or maybe I came back to them.
All right, we made it.
Things I can't explain, but that I need you to try and...
Edith, what are you doing in here?
It's mine.
Edith!
Mom, you're gonna rip it. Let go.
Really though?
I kicked and screamed, but Mom dragged me to the car. I never saw Great Grandma Edie again. The next morning, the van came to pick her up, but she was already gone. After that, we moved around a lot. We both tried to make the best of it. A few years went by. My mom didn't like to talk about it. But she started getting sick a lot. The rest happened pretty quickly. She got better for a while, and then she didn't. And then I was alone. The last Finch left alive. Until I found out about you. I'm still not sure what to tell you about all this. If we lived forever, maybe we'd have time to understand things. But as it is, I think the best we can do is try to open our eyes. And appreciate how strange and brief all of this is. This journal was supposed to be for you. but now I hope you'll never see it. I just want to meet you and tell you all these stories myself. But I guess if you're reading this now, things didn't work out that way. This is where your story begins. I'm sorry I won't be there to see it. It's a lot to ask, but I don't want you to be sad that I'm gone. I want you to be amazed that any of us ever had a chance to be here at all. Good luck.
So first off, it's cute how they have the childhood pictures of everybody. This game was tough. Yeah, I kind of feel like it might be based off of a true story. I hope not, because I could not imagine. And here I was thinking that Edith was, the last, or one of the last of her family, but even she passed, giving birth to her son, who is all alone. I'll tell you one thing, whether this recorded well or not, I'm uploading it, because there is no way, I think I know now why it took me so long to try this again. I could not imagine having a family history like that. goodness. Beautiful story. Well, you know, yeah. Wait. Very good game. Man, it just hurts. Hurts my soul. But this has been What Remains of Edith Finch. If you guys like this game, be sure to leave a like and let me know in the comments. If you have any tips for another good game to play, you know, another game with a really good story, be sure to let me know in the comments. If you're new to the channel, subscribe for more. I'll tell you one thing, I'm grateful that, you know, for what I have. I'm grateful for my family. Because, man, some stuff will make you think about what you have. It'll remind you of what you have and how great you really have it, you know. And this is one of those things. But I'll see you guys in the next video. Thanks again for everybody that's been hanging in there with me, and all my subscribers, thank you. All those that view and support my channel, thank you. So I'll see you guys in the next video. I love y'all. God bless y'all and keep you. Peace.